Hello friends, I am Rajneesh and today in this session we shall be understanding KDump. So KDump is a mechanism that allows us to drop the current kernel context, so the current memory details into a VM core so that they can be understood or analyzed later on to understand what was the cause behind the kernel panic. So it makes use of KEXEC. KEXEC is a mechanism that allows you to boot from a different kernel without going through the BIOS. So it saves a lot of time while going through the BIOS. The current kernel, as soon as it panics, it is able to load a new kernel which is a crash kernel. So crash kernel is loaded at the same time and we are not required to reboot the machine, and secondly all the memory contexts are saved, so it dumps the complete details into VM core and just reboots the system. So let's understand how it is practically implemented in Red Hat or CentOS. We have an example machine that is station 2. We shall be implementing KDump on it. So the first thing that is to be done is to modify boot grub.conf so that it reserves a part of RAM specifically for crash kernel 64M at 16M. It simply means that starting from 16 megabytes, reserve 64 megs of memory for crash kernel. Let's save it, come out. We can see that the present statistics of the RAM that are available to the operating system is 503 megs. Just reboot the machine. After the machine is rebooted and it comes up, you will see that we will be missing 64 megs of RAM, and that is actually assigned to the crash kernel. So finally it's 503 minus 64 megs, which comes out to be 439 megs. So we'll just try to log into this machine and we will see that presently we will be able to see only 439 megs of RAM. Okay, let the machine boot up. Okay, we are up with the network interfaces. Okay, so I am on to station 2. If I see pre minus m, it should be 439 megs. Previously it was 503 megs. So 64 MB of RAM is reserved for crash kernel. That is not visible to the operating system. Second step is to install KDump or KEXEC tools. It provides the crash kernel. Yes. Third thing is to configure kdump.conf so that it saves the VM core to the root partition. KDump can be configured to send the VM core through the network to FTP server, SSH server, or an NFS server. So presently in our example, we will be dumping it using one of our physical hard drives, one of our partition that is dev VDA, which is root partition. So finally the code will be dumped in this partition dev VDA while it's getting mounted using ext3. This partition will be mounted as ext3, and on this partition in where VM core, that VM core or will be dropped. Just save it and quit it. Now kdump has been enabled on the server, and if the server is crashed after this point, crash dump will be created, VM core will be created, that can be analyzed to know what was the reason behind the kernel panic. Let's trigger it manually through some commands. So first thing that we have to do is to check whether sysrq has been enabled. That can be seen in proc sys kernel sysrq. It's enabled. Second thing is we should confirm ourselves that no one is using the disk, because as soon as we'll crash the kernel, the application is going to get crashed. So we should assure ourselves that everything which is in disk buffers should be written to the disk. This can be done through triggering sysrq with s external. So in this step we will be crashing the kernel. Just have a look into station 2. Emergency sync is completed, and now we are crashing the machine. The machine has crashed, and we can see that it has booted into the crash kernel, and it's recovering journal. It's copying the RAM details. So one more thing, the size of the partition on which we are placing this VM core should be more than the size of RAM. This can be a separate partition. For example, let's consider we have 64 GB of RAM. So it is suggested that you have at least 64 GB of disk free on the partition on which you are dumping the crash kernel, on which you are dumping VM core. So let the machine get booted up. We will see that there is a core, VM core, that is created in where crash, and then the folder you'll see. It's booting, and we have a different station, that is station 9. I'll be using this station to analyze the VM core. Where crash, this is the folder, this is the date, 21 May 2011. IP address, that is for the local host, and it's created on 1541, and present date time is it's 1543. So just move to the folder where crash, and just copy the VM core to the machine where we will be analyzing it. We will be analyzing it through station 9. We'll dump it to TMP. Okay, so we are transferring this VM core file, and to analyze it we will have to identify the kernel. We will be using this kernel to check or to analyze that VM core file. So this is the kernel corresponding to the machine that has crashed. Crash this reference kernel and tmp VM core. It's completely transferred. So everything is fine. You can see that this is the kernel name, dump file is this one, number of CPUs 1, and node name, that is station 2, the name of the node corresponding to which this VM core belongs. It belongs to station 2, and you can see the release of the kernel corresponding to station 2. You can see the amount of RAM it has, and you can see the reason behind panic. That is triggered through crash dump, and the command was sent through bash. And you can type the command log to see the details. Yeah, this is emergency sync that was completed, and then finally through sysrq we triggered a cache dump. So this is how the VM core files are analyzed. Thanks for listening. This was Rajneesh. Bye from now.